Hi guys, Melissa with Wild Bloom Homestead. Thanks for tuning into my channel today. It is a wonderful, calming weekend day, and I am out in my garden. I meant to get out here earlier this morning, but I had to finish up another video to get it ready for you guys. And I didn't get out here as early as I had anticipated, but I still got to be out here. But it is a garden maintenance day and a couple of projects that we're going to be working on. I don't know if you saw my other video called the Hillbilly Garden Box, or Hillbilly Engineering, I think. I'll link it up here. But my husband had found on Facebook Marketplace while I was out of town 3 ginormous raised bed type situations. One of those I think we're going to get filled up and we're going to plant some pumpkin in. The other one, and it may be too late for pumpkin, I'm not sure, but I'm going to give it a try. The other one, we're going to create a new composting area. So that's what we're going to do with those. You'll kind of come along with us, but I wanted to show you something while I was out here. A couple videos back, this one in particular, I talked to you about a garden mistake where I had thought I had ruined my garden. And I worked really hard at amending the soil, and I wanted to take you around and show it to you. Do you see these plants? Do you guys see these plants? Oh my god, look how beautiful. I don't know if you remembered that they were kind of yellowing. They still have a little bit on there, but not as bad, and I'm getting fruits. The stalks look really good and healthy. I pulled this away and kind of looked at the soil. I want you to look. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you guys see that? Let me pull it up. Can you guys see that? So I was able to fix it. I found worms in here last night. So that's all just really great. And all the way down through my fence line, I'm going to raise you up down this way. All the way down, everything just has taken off. Here is the tomatoes. If you guys remember those. Those were looking pretty bad. They weren't happy at all. And look at that wonderful, wonderful amended soil. Even these peppers, they've gotten more leaves, they've branched off, everything's looking happy. Same back in here. So I'm just going to slowly walk you guys through here. And you can kind of see everything perked right. I was so scared that I was going to lose everything. My peppers are looking good. That patch of green over there is me already coming through here and cleaning up weeds that just, they're so invasive along this fence line. Like, they drive me crazy. But I'm going to clean all that up today. I'm going to lay some more granules down, try to keep it under control as much as I can. I threw in some seed-started corn into this box that were looking very unhappy, and they sprouted up. So we're going to see how those puppies do. Let's take a walk down here. Show my grandson who watches my channel again. Look, buddy, we're getting flowers on the potatoes. All good. Look at your stuff grow. But everything, those 2 surprise spaghetti squashes, look at those suckers. They are so happy out here. Oh my, cauliflower, everything out here. I am in zone 6A, Ohio Garden. And this stuff is just, it's just transpiring. It's just transpiring into something meditative out here. It is wonderful. I also have some zinnias. I planted a patch of zinnias out here. Oops, if you guys can see those. I planted the patch right there. I guess in watering. Some landed over here. Wind maybe, animals, I don't know. So we'll have several in throughout here. Once they get pretty established, I may try to separate them out and make them a little bit more uniform in here. I don't know if I can do that or not. I have to look that up. But everything, I've got melons, cucumbers, squashes, collard greens, kales, onions, peppers galore. Look at my neighbor's rose bushes. We just love her. Let's see if I can lift you guys up gently without rocking you too bad. You see her rose bushes back there? Aren't they pretty? She gets little birdies that come in her fountain right there. Sweet. There it is, you guys. Beautiful, wonderful. God has made all things wonderful in His time. In His time. But take a walk with me as I journey on today. Best thing about having your own garden? Snacking while you're gardening. Perfect. I was going to tell you, I was trimming out my blackberry bush. I'm going to go ahead and take them inside and rinse them down, and I'm going to make some blackberry tea. The yard, and I picked some blackberry leaves. I am going to get them rinsed off real quick and put them in the dehydrator. I always like to rinse off everything that's out there. You just never know. I was so tickled earlier to be able to tinker around out there, and I got to pick up a couple of strawberries. So I think I seen quite a bit out there. So I thought maybe we can go out there and get enough to do a couple of jars of strawberry jam. But the first thing I wanted to do was, you can already see, it's kind of sad, but those would have been berries right there. But we're going to go ahead and use them to make tea leaves. And I will explain to you, when we're putting them in the dehydrator, what it's beneficial for. And I can go ahead and show you how we're going to pop out some yogurt real quick. When it is this time of year, when it's gardening season and the farm stands open up, used to be that was the only time my husband and I could get farm fresh milk. We don't know a farmer that has dairy cows. We do know the ones that sorry, I'm concentrating. We do know the ones that do the meat packages, but I've never asked, to be honest with you, if they do dairy. I probably should find out. But usually the farm stands, and they're only seasonal, are the only places that we can get the closer to raw milk. I know there's a lot of risks with drinking raw milk. That's just what we prefer versus the store-bought. We feel paying the extra for a better quality product in that area. So again, if you watched my other video that I'll link up here, if you watch that video on the canning the chicken where I saved $30 overall, that opens up room for us to do things like buy the more expensive, better quality milk. But again, if you get your milk at Walmart, no judgment here. We have to do that too, especially during the colder months, because I am not going to can and store milk. It's just not something I'm into. So I am just taking apart these blackberry leaves. If these were still growing on the plant, I probably wouldn't. Matter of fact, I wouldn't be pulling them like this. I would just be taking a few off of each branch. But there's my husband now. Probably as sweaty as I am. I think it's funny that your animals always run to you when you come inside. So cute. So loyal. This will go out into the compost. And I'm just going to do a quick rinse of these. Won't take these long. A couple hours at best. We'll be right back when we get the dehydrator. Okay guys, I'm not sure that this is going to be the best quality video because I'm in my dining room. It's a bright day. I kind of close out the curtains to block out the glare. But we're going to put the blackberry leaves in the dehydrator real quick. I got the iced tea going. And then I'll pop over and show you how I'm going to do the yogurt real quick while we finish working outside. Blackberry tea leaves. They are good at fighting off cancer. It's got lots of antioxidants in it. It's also good for mouth sores, gum infections, and inflammations. If you struggle with canker sores in your mouth, sipping on blackberry tea, beneficial and it helps. They also help with things like sore throat. So all you do is pick them off. The branches outside I would do like scattered throughout the plant. The whole blackberry plant is beneficial and edible. I just don't do anything except for the fruit and the tea leaves. So get in the dehydrator, couple hours on low, and it'll be done. Now you're not going to find that you have a canker sore, you drink 1 cup of tea and voila, it goes away. It doesn't work like that. You have to keep drinking it. I usually do. It takes me about a week. I just did a video that I'll put up here on strawberry leaves, and I had woken up with lots of inflammation, and strawberry is very good for that. Strawberry leaves, for my type of inflammation, for the type of arthritis that I struggle with, it did help. But I had to drink, it was about 4 days, I want to say 4 days, of drinking it throughout the day. Now, it wasn't guzzling it. It was probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 glasses a day. And I would just sip on it, primarily in the evening. No, I did 1 cup in the morning after my coffee, and then I did a couple in the evening. So probably more like 3. But it did help. I was able to start moving my fingers again. The actual ache of the pain went away. I was peeing a lot because that is its property, is that it's got the diuretic property and will make you pee. But that is removing fluid and stuff too off of your joints. So, and I mean, blackberry leaves, strawberry leaves, things that you wouldn't think of, that you start off in a garden and you're growing this stuff and you're not like, oh hey, I can actually use those leaves. I never thought about that. My first couple years gardening, I had no idea all the things that I was just cleaning up and throwing away. And the more I got into gardening, the more I started learning. I was like, wait a minute. And I started looking at more health benefits of the garden. There's just so much more there than what we, with our naked eye, when we look at a plant and we think. Now, there is some that absolutely do your don't just go up to anything out there. Tomatoes is one of them. Don't be boiling tomato leaves and sipping on the tea and thinking you're getting the same benefits as the tomato. It's not going to turn out good for you. So do research, read up on things, ask your doctor, ask a health food store. I got a lot of information by going into Healthy Alternatives food store. They're not sponsoring my channel or telling me to represent them in any sort of way, but I went in there and I would ask general questions about the plant itself. So like, if I wanted to know about strawberry leaves, I would go into those types of stores and I would look, do they have strawberry leaves, and what do they know about it? And I would just start gaining knowledge everywhere I went. I got connected with different groups on Facebook and stuff and would ask questions. Libraries are still very good, useful tools. I encourage you to take advantage of all libraries. My niece works at a library and she does a lot of really cool stuff still for the youth in our area from the public library. So don't forget, hook up with those, support those things. They're still good for our community. And that's about it. I got the tea is already done. I'm going to put it in a glass of ice, take it out there to my husband, and then I'm going to start the yogurt. Okay guys, real quick, I'm going to make the yogurt for my husband and I. My husband uses it in his smoothies that I make for him. Not a vegetable eater, so that's the number one way I can get vegetables in him is through smoothies. But I just wanted to show you, this is the milk that we get. This particular one comes from Homestead Creamery. That's one of our favorite Amish stores. That's where they get it from. If you look them up online, it's a very good company. The milk is phenomenal. The ice cream we have yet to try, but we hear rumors that it's great. But I'm just getting ready to show you how to make this yogurt real quick. Normally it calls for a half a gallon of milk, but it's my husband and I, and we don't need that much yogurt at one time. So I'm just going to use a quart. So I'm just showing you 1 quart. That makes plenty. This is what's left from our yogurt that was already made, that we've gone through. And it was about, I don't know, there's about a tablespoon probably in here. Probably more like a half a tablespoon. That's it. That is all there is to it. It's that easy. Watch how easy this is in an Instapot. Put the lid on, turn it. Yogurt. Done. Okay, as sometimes does happen on a homestead, I got the yogurt started. I did it very quickly in the Instapot. but you need to put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, and another whole day passed and I did not get to this yogurt. It's just the way it worked. We had other projects going on, but I wanted to show you this is what it should look like. So it's coming out of the Instapot. You take a look in there. Looks like yogurt. Here's the big test. You get you a spoon. And this is what you want it to do. Stand up. And see how it's doing that? You guys look at that yogurt. Look at that. That is beautiful. Now, I am going to tell you it has a little bit of the whey on top of it that I am going to put through a cheesecloth and just get that a little bit strained out. So let me show you how we do that. So I've just got a strainer, glass bowl, cheesecloth. I'm just going to put this in the center. And literally, this is all I'm doing. Look at all that delicious yogurt, you guys. And look, all I bought, the very first time I made this yogurt, I bought one small container of the yogurt with the active cultures. And I think I bought at that time Walmart's brand, to be quite honest with you. And it was just plain. And all you do is you're going to kind of see that come out. You can kind of see some of your yogurt coming out too, but as you can see that's coming out. So now I'm just going to let that sit in there for just a little bit of time to drain out. And then we will come back and I'll show you what the finished product looks like in the bowl. Okay guys, I am going to have to do a voiceover on here again because my audio is messing up, but this is the finished product. I have taken it out of the drain. You can see the clumps of yogurt, and a little bit of the more runnier stuff is just from me messing with it and stirring it around and stuff while I was trying to get the rest of it drained out. I am just squeezing it out. I wanted to let you know that I have not had to buy yogurt in a very long time because you take the start from this one to make the next one. So that is your completed product. Okay, you guys, this is just me cleaning up my mess there. I had a little bit of a spell. You're going to see me bring the bowl over, of which I have the cheesecloth in it, and I'm just showing you what the liquid is that's separated from the yogurt, and I'm going to use that in my husband's smoothies first. It'll be used up tomorrow, and then the rest of the week it'll be 1/8 of a cup into his smoothies in the morning or the evening, depending on when he chooses to have his, and then mine I either mix with my oatmeal or I mix granola or berries, and I'm kind of explaining the different things and about the whey protein, which is WHEY. I haven't had to buy yogurt in a very long time because I literally take the starter out of this to make my next batch. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment below and I'll try to get to you as quickly as I can. And once again, thank you for watching my channel. Please hit or subscribe. Thank you. God bless.